Good morning, students. Have you ever noticed what happens when you leave your hair open, sitting just under the fan, and someone suddenly switches on the fan? Your hair tends to fly. Sometimes it irritates you. What makes your hair fly? It is the moving air. Have you ever seen any windmill where electricity is being produced? What makes the blades to spin around? It is the moving air. So, moving air helps us in many ways, but sometimes it becomes very destructive. It happens when it becomes very intense. Do you know, on 18th October 1999, 45,000 houses of Odisha has been smashed, making 7 lakh people homeless. Again, on 29th October of the same year, people of same state faced the same consequences. And the reason behind both the cases was same, that is cyclone. But what are cyclones? How are they formed? Why are they so destructive? In this chapter, we shall seek answers to some of these questions. So, let's discuss about wind first. Let's do an activity. Keep some sheets of paper on the table, then switch on the fan. What is happening now? The papers are flying here and there. But why? It is just because of the moving air. This moving air is also known as wind. So, is there any difference between wind and air? Yes, when the air, that is mixture of gases, is static, it is known as air. But when the air starts moving, it is called wind. So, wind is nothing but moving air. Now, as we observed in earlier examples, that air can move objects. But how? It is because of a very interesting phenomena, that is, air exerts pressure. The fact that air exerts pressure can be understood by many examples. Tube of bicycle gets inflated when air is filled in it. It becomes difficult to move a bicycle against the direction of wind. All this happens because air exerts pressure. Let's discuss another example. When boiled water is filled in a tin can and its mouth is closed with the lid, followed by cold water being poured over it, the can gets distorted. This happens because the air inside the can gets condensed and creates low pressure. The higher pressure from outside distorts the shape of the can. From this example, we got to know that air exerts pressure. Now let us find out if movement of air, that is wind, has any relation with the pressure. Let's do an experiment first. Take 2 balloons of approximately equal size. Put a little water into the balloons. Blow up both the balloons and tie each one to a string. Hang the balloons 8 to 10 cm apart on a cycle spoke or a stick. Now, blow in the space between the balloons. What did you expect? What happens? You observed that when you blew between the balloons, they move towards each other. This could happen if the pressure of air between the balloons were somehow reduced. The pressure outside the balloons would then push them towards each other. So, we see that the increased wind speed is indeed accompanied by a reduced air pressure. Let's do another activity. hold a strip of paper 20 cm long and 3 cm wide between your thumb and forefinger. Now, blow over the paper. You saw that when you blew over the paper strip, it went upwards. This could happen if blowing over the paper reduced the air pressure above the strip. In both of above cases, we see that increased wind speed is indeed accompanied by a reduced air pressure. Also, we see that air moves from the region where the air pressure is high to the region where the air pressure is low. So dear students, in this class we learned that air exerts pressure. Also, we learned that increased wind speed is always accompanied by a reduced air pressure. For this class, that's all. In the next class, we will learn about wind current and its causes. Thank you.